Hello, I think I'm live. So yeah, this has been a while. I don't think I've done a video since July, and now we are the end of October, and I'm coming back to you. But it is going to be every Thursday night here on my YouTube channel, The Stamp Camp, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be answering the question of the week. This week it is all about paper strips and what you can do with those little tiny pieces of paper strips that you don't want to throw away because they might come in handy. I'm going to show you 5 beautiful cards that you can create with those paper strips. So let's wait a minute here and let everybody get a chance to get on, and we will take off. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to be tonight. Just depends on how long each card takes me. We are going to be doing 5 cards. I am a very quick stamper. If you have followed my blog, then you may have noticed I had a download printable supply list with dimensions and stuff for tonight so that you can do the cards right along with me or watch and do them later. It's nice to watch the replay because you can fast forward and reverse, rewind, whatever works for you. So hi Molly and Kathy. Some are coming on now. It's great to see you back. Make sure that you comment and give a shout out. I have Bill in the other room making sure that you can all hear me and that everything looks good. And maybe we'll put him to work. We'll see. Great to see you too. I'm glad I'm getting some people on. I mean, like I said, it's been a while since I went live, so we will see how it goes. But this is a weekly plan, so make sure that you mark your calendar. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like we do have more on. They just are afraid to say hello, or maybe they don't know where the chat is. Hello, hello. Hi from upstate New York. How's your weather there, Sue? It's been really quite nice here in Michigan. I'm surprised. It's been in the 60s, which is very nice. It's rain on and off, but yeah, it's rain. I'd rather have rain than snow. Snow? No, thank you. But it's getting to be that time of the year. But the wind and the rain has been taking down our leaves, so I'm sure we have piles. Nice. Nice. Nice here, nice there. It's always nice to have a nice fall day. Our colors were beautiful, but like I said, I think they're all on the ground now. It's that time of the year. Well, let's see, it's 8:02, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And then if we have anybody come on, they can fast forward, rewind, like I said before. But we are going to be doing 5 different cards using those designer series paper strips. Now on my blog, I said you can use any designer series paper you have, any sentiment stamps that you have, as well as any die cuts that you have. I'm just going to show you the layouts and what I did with them. I'll show you a different card that I used with different strips just so you can get an idea. You can switch it up to any occasion that you like. So we're going to start by switching the camera so you can obviously see what I'm doing. Let's see. There we go. Now I am using my silicone mat because I am using glue, so we're going to want to check that out. Is there, Bill, do you know if there's a way we can go at the cameras now? Because I see the light is going in and out on my hands.
Yeah, do the, can I take your mouse? I'm
Yep.
just going to take over and try to adjust your camera a little bit.
Yep. I would rather do it at the beginning than have it go through the whole video or the whole live with my hands going in and out. So we want the C2922 camera. Think.
Probably don't want. Okay, move your hand around a little bit. See if it does it now. Seems better now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Let me get
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
There you go. Okay, there you go.
Okay, thanks. All right, so this is our first card that we're going to create. This uses the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper, and then I die cut from the paper itself. There's die cuts that match it. Let me bring in my goodies here. It's the Happiness Abounds stamp set. It has coordinating dies, but you can die cut. The dies fit a sheet of that Designer Series paper. So I love that. Beautiful colors. Here's the card I showed. If you are a member or you're on my Facebook page, The Stamp Camp, you may have seen this one today. I just wanted to show how you can take that same layout, different prints, get the same kind of look and feel with the card. So this is more of a masculine card. It is using the He's the Man Designer Series paper, and then that paper pack has some die cuts already in the pack, so that's an awesome pack. So let's get started on this card right here. So my card base was the Melon Mambo, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. So we're going to fold that in half. Now on the download, I gave you some dimensions. Let's see. Now you can do your strips all the same size. Let me see. All the same size, width-wise. These are a 1/2 inch by, let's see, 1/2 inch by 4.25. This one is 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. But if you wanted to, you could make them all the same print. You can flip them. The choice is yours. You could have 3 that were a 1/2 inch by 4.25, whatever. It's just strips. This is my ultimate favorite punch. I love this one right here. This is the banner punch, and these little strips fit nicely inside. Let's see, do I want a banner the pink side? So I'm just going to slide that in and punch to all my little strips. And this banner punch will fit 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch sizes. So all these sizes fit nicely in that banner punch. Then we are going to take just a piece of our basic white. You're going to take that thickest piece, and that's going to go down the center. So we're going to apply adhesive. Now if I wanted all the flower print, you could put that up. I'm just going to alternate. You can use your grid if you really want to make sure that you're in the center. I'm just guessing. I do a lot of guessing. And then you're going to attach those other strips. You can put them as far away as you like, as close as you like. There's really, just go for it, whatever. There's no right or wrong. So there's our strips. That looks gorgeous, but I thought I would go a little bit further and add some texture to it. So I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine, and we're going to emboss this with the brick and mortar embossing folder. I'm looking for where it is humped up and where it's more down. Let's see, this side seems to be more up. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to flip it this way and we'll see what we get. I really don't care which side comes out. And here's my cut and emboss. We're going to put our folder in there. Put the number 4. It's plate number 4. You can't see it. Plate number 4. That's our sandwich. And we're going to run that through. And see what we got. Just like that. It is gorgeous. You can see the camera did pick that up. Love it. So now we're going to go ahead and attach that to our base. Whenever I use an embossing folder, I like to adhere with the liquid glue. Just because there's so many bumps and lumps, this works just much better. All right, so we're gonna center that, rub that on. Then I took my friends. These 3 dies that I'm going to show you are my favorite dies. These are my friends. This is the stitched rectangles. These are the layering circles. You got your scallop circles and your straight edge circles. And then we have the new stylish shapes dies where you have your circles, squares, banners. So you don't need a banner punch. But when you do longer strips, you're going to want that banner punch. And then, so you got different size banners. Love it. These are my 3 go-tos. I use them a lot. So I already die cut a white with the stitched circle. And then I have the melon mambo with the scallop circle. So we're going to attach those. Like so. We're going to bring in the stamp from the Happiness Abounds. It is the coordinating stamp set that goes with that Hues of Happiness paper. And we're going to stamp that right down here with the Melon Mambo. And I just put my finger in it. Ink. So now I'll probably get Melon Mambo on everything. Grab my cleaning pad here and just clean off my finger. All right, and then we have that gorgeous flower from the Designer Series paper. I just used the dies and I die cut. I didn't stamp, I just die cut them out. So we're going to pop those up on our circle here. Actually, I'm going to put my circle down first. I'm not going to pop up my circle because my flower is already popped up. So we're going to place that on there. That looks good. Going to do a couple dimensionals, and then on this one we're going to just put smaller one on these leaves. And we're going to attach that like so. Stick those under there, kind of like that. So pretty. Then I'm going to use the iridescent pearls and my pick tool here and just add some of these. I want the bigger one. Pearls to my sentiment. Just like that. So for the inside, what you're going to do is you're just going to take another piece of basic white. Whenever I have a darker color card base, I always put a white or a vanilla on the inside. Just take one of your paper strips. Now you could do the flower print, you could do the solid print, whatever. You could come up the side with it and just cut off the excess. Whatever you decide. I'm going to go with this. And I know I have enough adhesive. I went right across. So we're going to just, with strips, you don't have to be really technical about your length because you can just go in and trim them off. And so we're going to put that on the inside. Like so. You could stamp one of the flowers from the stamp set. I also decorated the top of the envelope with the Designer Series paper. And I'll show you on another card later how I did that. So that's your first paper strip. Super easy. Great way to use up those little 1/2 inch strips that I know we all have piles of. And you think, oh, do I keep these or dump these? And again, here's that masculine one. So that's layout number 1. And layout number 2 is this one right here. Little Christmas. I kind of did an array. I did a feminine birthday card. I did a Thanksgiving fall type card, and I did 2 Christmas cards and a masculine birthday card. So I have an array of cards. So this one here uses the paper strips in a fun, different way. And I did it with, this is the one I'm going to create tonight. And then I also did it with those Hello Harvest. I think it's Rustic Harvest is the paper, is the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. So that's just showing you it's the exact same way. It just gives it a different look when you change up your prints, your stamp sets, anything. All right, so we're going to do this one. We're going to start with our card base, which is basic gray, and this is all the cards are 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Going to come in with, we have a basic white sheet. It's nice to see you too. Let's see, any questions? Yes, I know it's been a while. I've been bad. All right, so now I have some strips. And these strips are from the Textured Chic Designer Series paper. But they had that fun print with some snowflakes in there. So I paired it with, we're going to be using those. But these are those gorgeous snowflakes. They're called Wonderful Snowflakes from the mini catalog. They're iridescent. They're very delicate, but they're easy to punch out. So we're going to use one of those. My sentiment is from the Joyful Flurry stamp set. And I think I gave you some lengths, but you're free to use whatever lengths that you want. And I'll show you why, because you're going to cut them down. And you can mix and match your prints. There's some gorgeous ones in this paper pack. Let's see. I like that pop of that gold. I'm just trying to get, this one will work. See, I shave all my scraps. That one got a little ripped, but he'll be one of my short ones, so he'll work. All right, so we'll save all these little scraps. So I'm going to take my basic white. I'm going to come in with that banner punch again. I'm going to just cut this off because I know I don't need that long. So if you don't have the banner punch, what you can do is you can take your little scissors and you're just going to come up the center and then from side to side and create your own banner. So easy enough to do. I'm just going to quickly go in here and punch all my little strips. And again, these are 1/2 inch by however long. Okay, so we're going to start on the side here. And we're going to take a strip. I'm going to take a shorter one because we are going to be starting shorter to longer. So I'm just going to place this out so you can see what I'm talking about. So you just want to gradually go shorter like that for these strips. And I just flipped every other one. So this one is going to go right here. And then we'll put this one down. This one is going to go right here. And then we'll put this one down. So you can see how quickly these cards come together. That's why I wanted my silicone mat, and I haven't even used it yet. All right, we're going to put that there for the next ones. Flip this over, take your scissors, and trim them off. Easy peasy. All right, next, you're going to come across this way. So I'm going to come across, and I want to do the same thing again, as just come in a little shorter, and then a little bit further out, and then a little further out again. So if you want to lay your pieces out first, whatever works for you, place that down. This one's going to come out a little bit further, and then we'll go with this one. Like so. So it's almost like weaving, but you don't have to worry about going in and out, in and out. Super simple. Then you're just going to take any little image that you want, and that's where I come in with my circles again, my layering circle and my scallop circle. This is the distressed gold paper, and it is not orderable right now. I had on my blog when it's expected to be back into the warehouse. I don't remember if it was the end of November or the end of October. Maybe it was the beginning of November. But you could use the gold foil, or you could use evening evergreen. I mean, you can change it up to whatever. So I stuck them together. I'm going to take this beautiful snowflake, and I'm just going to put a dimensional which fits perfectly in the center there. And we're going to pop that up just like that. I'm going to put my sentiment on here. I'm going to use the basic gray, and the sentiment is from the Joyful Flurry. And I see I went a little heavy-handed, so I don't want to get that little edge. So I'm going to make sure I wipe that off. And we'll put that right there. This is going to go on our card front. Before I do that, I'm going to take my inside piece, and I think I'm going to go with the piece with the gold, and I'm going to run it along this side this time instead of across the bottom. And then just trim off the excess. Now that's ready for the inside. Now, when you put it on the inside, you can go this way, or you can turn it and put it in this way. Whatever you like. Now this is going to go on the front. Just like that. And then we're going to come in with some of those beautiful, let me see, what are these again? Brush metallic dots. Brush metallic dots. I'm going to take the big gold and put that in the center. And then I'll take these littler ones and we'll just come up here. I can see I did it differently, but that's good because you can decide which way you would like to do it on yours. But see, on this one I put 2 in a row up there. That's cute. But that's those paper strips. And then again, just to show you, it can be done in any papers. Now this one I put the pumpkin die instead of a circle, so any image can go there. So that is layout number 2. Is there anyone who is creating along with me that you downloaded the project sheet and you're creating them with me? Anybody? Or watch and create them later. Choice is yours. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 3. This is another way to use those paper strips. This is our fall colors. This is the Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper, and then the Hello Harvest bundle coordinates with that paper, and it has those coordinating dies. So here's the stamp set. I'm going to use the Hello from the stamp set, and then I used the pumpkin dies, and the leaves were stamped and then die cut out, and then the little vine here. So here's the alternative, the paper I just used. So I went from the other one, I did the card in this, and this was the alternate, and now this one's the card, and this is the alternate. But you can see it's just same exact layout, you're just going to use different prints. So I'm just trying to show you that you can use what you have on hand, and you're going to get the same gorgeous results. So again, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. I have a piece of crushed curry and a piece of basic white. Make sure I got the right pieces here. And then we need our strips. Here was my envelope from the card. So pretty. See? Isn't that gorgeous? So easy. Okay, so my strips. Here's my things for my pumpkin. I gotta put these before I lose my pieces. I kind of didn't assemble everything like I normally do. I'm usually really everything, but I thought some of you might be creating with me, so this way it would slow me down a little bit. But then we have our strips of Designer Series paper, and these are in different sizes. You're going to need at least 6.5 to 7 inches long. Let's see, we have, that's all that. So we got 5 strips, yep, 5 strips. We can copy, you can do your strips any way you want. I'm going to start out, I don't need such a long one for the first corner piece. So I'm going to just do my adhesive, and we're just going to cover that corner. Basically, we're just going on an angle, covering up that point. All right, and then the next strip, let's see, I'll lay them out so I can kind of get a feel as to how I want my prints. Depending on, do I want more pumpkin shown? I kind of like it like that. This strip here might be too short, so we're going to move that. All right, that looks pretty good. So now we're just going to attach those strips on the angle. So you're going to just kind of eyeball it. And just keep adding them on the angle. This one I think has to go down a little further. Just like that. And you're going to take that. That's why you use that sheet, so it don't stick to your paper. And then we're just going to come flip it over and trim these up the back. We'll take all those away. And then we'll come up this side. One thing with this Rustic Harvest paper is one side is black and white and the other side has a print. So what's nice with that black and white side is you can take your blends, your markers, and make them any color that you like. So that's kind of cool. All right, so maybe while I got that there, I'm going to stamp before I add it to the crushed curry. So I have my hello. And I'm just going to stamp that right here. Then my pumpkin is going to go here, but let's attach this to our crushed curry. And it's tight. It's just a little bit of that crushed curry peeking around the edge there. And then we'll put that. Now we're going to build our pumpkin. Now you probably can't see, but that pumpkin die has some texture to it. And we're just going to pop up that center piece so it makes it more pumpkin-y looking. We're going to take the little stem, place that behind. And then I have all this fun vines, which I die cut from Garden Green, but I put a piece of adhesive sheet on the back side before I die cut it out, so I don't have to worry about trying to get glue on that itty bitty little die cut. So there's that. We're going to attach these leaves that I've already went ahead and die cut out to the back side. Like so. And then we're just going to, you could pop it up, but I got enough popped up with the pumpkin. And we're going to put that right here. Then we're going to come in with those, oh, what are those? Those are the rustic metallic dots. And we'll put one there, one there, and then one up there. All right, so now we're going to take our inside again. And I think I'm going to go with this across the bottom. But do you see what I mean with the black and white side? You can take your blends or your markers and color those leaves. Fall leaves, you have lots of colors. You could color those leaves. That would be gorgeous. And if you wanted to use strips, color it first, then cut your strips. All right, so we got that on the inside. Now I'm going to show you, after I get this in, how to decorate the envelope tops. Super easy. You are going to take your vanilla or white envelope. This piece is 2.5 inches by, it's probably 6 because it's actually a little more than 6, but it's going to hang off. So the card width or the envelope width is 5 3/4. So as long as your paper is 5 3/4 long, you're good. So I'm going to run my adhesive along the fold of that envelope and then across the top and the side. Now you want to make sure that you get your adhesive covered all the way around so that it's not going to lift up. And then you shouldn't have any problem with mailing that. So lay that on, press it in place, flip it over, and you can see right where you need to trim it. So not only is your inside gorgeous, your card and outside is gorgeous as well. So there's the third way to use those paper strips. Here again with the alternative paper. So you can see how easy that is. Okay, we are booking here. We are going on to card number 4. And like I said, we have 5 cards tonight. I don't think anybody is crafting along with me, so I really don't have to worry about you not keeping up, right? And like I said, you can fast forward and rewind once the video or we're done going live. It will go to video, so you can watch the replay. But this is my masculine version, and look at all those gorgeous strips. That is from the He's the Man Designer Series paper. And then I use for the sentiment, that is from the Happiness Abounds. Now the dies, this cute little car on here, that is part of the Designer Series paper pack. You get 2 sheets in that pack that have die cuts that you just punch out, so it makes it quick and easy. This is my alternative, and this one uses, actually I mixed 2. So we have the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper and the Santa Express. I kind of combined those 2 paper packs. They went together beautifully. And then the stamp set on here is the Sweet Candy Cane bundle. And that's what I used on that. So that's the alternative. Now this is the one we're going to make. So this one is a little bit more time consuming, and then the last card is more time consuming as well. Just a little bit more to it, but still quick and easy, and uses those gorgeous paper strips. So this one, the card base, is Early Espresso, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. And then our strips are 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So they're all the same size, 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Then what you're going to want to do, I want to make sure that this is good and flat. That's better. Because this one, I found it's much easier if you lay your pattern all out first and then start attaching. It'll help to keep it straight and without going crooked and off to the side. And I just did 3 different prints. I mean, you can use as many prints as you like. But I'm trying to space them out. I think I'm going to have to increase my space a little bit because I want 7 strips, I believe. 3, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strips. All right. I'm trying to get some strips that might have that little house trailer image because I want that. I think that is so darn cute. I want that to show. Okay, this looks pretty good. So then lay it how you want it to go. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can, much better. So I think I want to bring this up just a hair. I think that looks good. So that's pretty much the tricky part. Now it's just adhering them all down. I find using my liquid glue is a little bit nicer for this particular card just because of all those strips. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room to move it around just a little bit. So I'm going to put my strip down, and then we'll put this one. I'm going to switch this one with this one. This one is going to get covered up a little bit. I like that one better. So I'm going to put that one there. With the liquid glue, I got a little bit of wiggle. You can see on mine, I didn't notice it till I was getting ready, that I changed my print up so that it would be the same at the top and the bottom, so I got a little bit different. So I mean, you can do a little, however you want to do your strips. So this one, like I said, it needs a little bit of patience. It's not going to be quite as quick as the other ones, just because you want to try to keep your strips straight and in line. You could use your grid if you like, but I usually wing it. Okay. There. Cute. All right, so now we'll assemble the circles. I have 2 of the stitched circles. This is Sahara Sand Early Espresso. I'm going to just attach those together. Then I'm going to take the little beetle car or bug ban or whatever that is. Dean would know, it's his favorite. He wants one of them so bad. We're going to put that on there. We're going to take our banner die cut from the Stylish Shapes dies. We're going to take the Early Espresso ink and the Happy Birthday. Stamp that. And then we're going to pop that up. Just like that. I'm going to move that over a little bit, I think. All right, come on. There, that looks better. Perfect. All right, we're going to take some adhesive and we're going to attach that to the front, just like this. So cute. We're going to come in with those rustic dots again. Oops. And I put them in the wheels. I thought that looked cute. Put one in each wheel there and then a little one here on the banner. There you have it. That's the 4th card with those He's the Man paper scraps. Isn't that cute? Again, here it is in the Christmas. Same layout, same way of doing it. This one uses candy canes in a rectangle, and this one did the circles. So very quick, not as quick, but easy, easy, easy. So our final card is a double faux ribbon. We're going to do this technique right here. I've seen this technique from another demonstrator, Terry Gaines, I believe was her name, and she demonstrated that double bow technique. So I'm going to show you guys. It's a great way to use paper strips. You use a lot of them. And then here's my alternative, or the other option, and this uses that Hues of Happiness paper again. So same layout, same technique, use whatever you have on hand. So we're going to, oh, I didn't put my inside on that one, did I? Gotta do that. Yep, he is bare on the inside. Is this the piece for the inside? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, here's one with a little trailer. I like that little trailer. I'm going to put that across the bottom. Just like that. Cute. There we go. Inside's done. All right, so now this one. We have our strips. And again, I use the strips from two different Designer Series paper packs. They are the Santa Express and Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper. That is with the Candy Canes Sweet Candy Cane bundle. So I have a stitched rectangle. I have candy canes that I die cut from the Designer Series paper. There's 2 sheets in the pack that you can die cut right. The dies are in the bundle. The sentiment I'm using is from the stamp set, so I use the whole bundle. So we're going to use those cute candy canes that tag, the tag, little spider. I don't know where he went. This is from the bundle as well. They show it in the catalog with a candy cane coming through here, and then you can tie it around the candy cane. So that's a cute little treat for school. All right, so my card base is shaded spruce, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold that, nice. Then you need a piece of basic white that is cut 2 inches by 5.5, and you are going to score this at 1 inch increments. So you have 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and then you have the little 1/2 inch here at the bottom. I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark those score lines just on the edge here, so that you can see when I put the strips down what I'm talking about when I say lay your strip on the diagonal, point to score line. So now I think you can see that better, yep. And here's all my lovely little strips. Now I don't think there is a right or a wrong way of doing your strips. You could do more solid on the bottom, more of a print on the top. I don't think it really matters, but I'm going to use all these. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to use those. Maybe I will. I kind of like this print though. I need 4 different prints. So there he is. There. So I'm going to use the green stripe, and I'm going to use the candy cane stripe, which is the back side of the red. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of your, I'm going to start with the polka dot and put that like my bottom layer of my ribbon. So I'm going to put adhesive on the back. I'm going to start from the upper left corner here, and I'm going to come down to this score line right there where I got that pencil mark. So we're just going to cross over, and that top to there, just like that. Now I think I'll come in with the stripe. So I'm going to go every other one. So I'm going to come to this line here, and I'm going to hit that line right there. And I'm going to alternate again. I'm going to come back to the dotted, and I'm going to go from this line here to this line here. And now we're going to come with a stripe. It's nice to see you as well, or to see you online. So point to point. And then we're going to come in with the dotted point to point. And then we're going to do the stripe again, and I just need a little bit because I'm just going to go right here where I'm going to follow that along like so. Now I'm going to pick this up and we're just going to trim off those excess pieces. And I have a little bit on my point here. And we're going to come up here. So this is a new series I'm starting on my blog. It is you guys asking me questions. This was a question I was asked what to do with paper strips. So that was the focus this week. I will give you a heads up. Next week it is what you can do with vellum. So ask me a question and I will get to it. I've focused like one question a week, so I think I'm out to like Christmas almost. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at the outside point to this line here. So outside point to line. And now let's see. I'm going to go, oh, you know what? I put the wrong one down here. I just noticed that now. That should have been this. That's okay. I caught it. There we go. All right, so now I got the green stripe. So it's ask a question and I will answer it. And then on Monday, it will be answered on my blog with all the samples that I am going to show on Thursday nights. And Thursday night, you can join me live where I'll make those cards. So we're just crossing over. Point to point. And I'm just rotating every other one. Like so. Flip that over. Cut off all our little pieces. Do the same to the other side. All right, now this one here, I think that looks good. You can also come up here like we did down there and do another one, but that looks pretty good. I don't know if I necessarily need, I guess I can. I guess it's a little bit more finished. So we're just basically, we're going to cover up that corner on the diagonal like that, just to finish that off. There you have it. Super easy. Love it. So now this is going to get attached to our real red. Do you see how it looks like ribbon going back and forth, back and forth? It's like you would take a piece of ribbon and just weave it. Now you can do this with 2 different colors instead of the 4 colors like I did on this. That makes it the double if you do the 4 colors. But I've also seen it done with 2 different colors of strips of designer series paper. So that's going to go on the front, just off to the side there, like so. Then I have my stitch rectangle. I'm going to put dimensionals only on this one side because we have this lip here that will raise up the other side to kind of balance that off. Going to place that right like so. We're going to take our candy canes. Now I could use that side too. And I'm going to just put the dimensionals on the top portion of the candy canes. Like so. Because we have our tag coming across the bottom, so I don't want to disrupt that with having those dimensionals there. So we're going to put our candy canes. Now we have our little sentiment here, and I have real red ink. And I just stamp that right in there. Then I have some of this gorgeous red ribbon, and I'm going to weave this through there, come up the top here and leave that long enough, come around and cut. And then I'm going to put adhesive there and fold that back over like so. Put some dimensionals on that back side, and we're going to pop that up and tie it, which I already did. I did prepare that one. So you can see I got dimensionals on the back. It's just a different way you can use that tag with the ribbon. I don't know why this paper don't want to come off. We'll just put some adhesive on it. And let's see, just like that. Then we're going to come in for this one. Where are they? With my festive pearls. I have 3 little red pearls left. I love these. Been using them quite a bit. Cute. Look at all those paper strips. What fun. Who said you couldn't say couldn't do anything with those save paper strips, right? So there's the Christmas one. Here's the alternative with the hues of happiness. So we got 2. This one I got my ribbon on the other side, so you can either side. And then we have the car. Got so many. The car one. How did I get an? Oh, this was like this. I got that confused. So this one is like the car one. These are those. These are like that. Look at all these piles. Look at that. In no time, look at all the cards. So much fun with paper strips. So if you enjoyed tonight's live event, make sure that you let me know in the comments below. I appreciate that. If you need any of the supplies, you know, the designer series paper, the stamp set, those beautiful dies that are my favorite, make sure that you visit my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. Under Show More, you will find the direct link to my Stampin' Up website. Make sure that you hit on that, hit me up. You will find the host code down below under the video as well. I appreciate any and all orders. It's what keeps me going. I'm going to switch this to, oh, that didn't work, did it? All right, there we go. So that is it for tonight. Any questions? Let me see. Yeah, don't forget to give Glenda a thumbs up. I love it. Thank you, Belinda. So I think if there isn't any questions, I will be signing off. But I appreciate you stopping by and watching tonight. Let's see, anything else? Oh, um, some of you may know and some of you may not know, but my blog has been locked down to the United States and Canada only because I had a cyber attack on September 21 that shut the whole server down where my blog is stored. So the tech guys took me down from anywhere outside of the United States and Canada. I'm not sure when we will be back, when I will be back all over the United States, or all over the world actually. I'm in the United States. So make sure that you keep checking on my YouTube channel. My blog is not going to work for you, and you maybe that had that question. So that is it. Darn cyber people, I don't know what they were expecting to get from me because just a little blog site. But that is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see.